Being honest, I had been struggling with stuff for some time, not really feeling happy, but still telling everyone that I'm fine. Because painting on a smile is much easier from behind a screen. Far easier to pretend, isn't it, when your emotions aren't being seen? Because the last thing you want is to appear like a burden. Everyone's fighting their own battles, and you don't want to disturb them. Instead, you wallow in sadness and shut yourself away, being wide awake all night and then napping throughout the day. Because you don't have to socialise if everyone else is asleep. Yet sat with my thoughts in silence was a long way from peace. Still not entirely sure why I would keep on doing that to me, because I can't even say that I felt better in my own company. As the more time to think, the more time there was to worry. How would I pay this on time? How would I find the money? Where am I going wrong? Why can't I get on top of these things? No longer opening up my mail and ignoring the phone if it rings. Swerving invitations and making myself intentionally hard to reach. Even the unavoidable interactions felt like an effort just to speak. Every time I left the house, I would only rush to get back home. For no real reason at all. I didn't even enjoy all the time I had alone. No interest in the things I liked. No fun from those that I enjoyed. No inspiration or motivation, and all my energies seemed devoid. Going around in circles and then blaming myself for doing just that, like it's as simple as just snapping out of it and I'd suddenly get life back. I've lost years of my past to these feelings, held back by my own thoughts, but this time something feels different, an understanding I cannot ignore. There's nothing wrong at all with admitting you're not coping today. I mean, in the world that we live in currently, what even is okay? How are you expected to be at peace if the planet isn't peaceful? How are you expected to pay if your wages don't match the bills? You'd have to be very lucky to have no reasons to stress at all, and I'm sure most of my worries are shared by most of our individuals. It's a reflection of our society, of the systems that are in place. Divide and rule, that's how you control the entire human race. Put all the power and money into the hands of a few men, automatically enslaving everyone else that's underneath them. Using politics, the police or the media to deflect from attack, whilst we pay for all of our control in the form of our tax. The real victims are villainised whilst the culprits walk free, ready to blame the vulnerable for their next act of tyranny. Whilst I am emerging out of my own bout of depression, I'm reminded of those who cannot escape their oppression, further condemned simply because they are in need of help, like it's something they've chosen to live from hand to mouth, like it's a situation that they can really do anything about, except the very best that they're already doing, no doubt. So maybe instead of rolling your eyes at those struggles, why not look at the bigger picture as to how they got into trouble? Do we blame those on universal credit or receiving stamps? Or do we look a bit deeper, like at the banks? Is it the fault of those who are surviving and making do? Or is it those making decisions without a single thought for you? Because this world wasn't corrupted by accident or fluke. It was exploited by design, by tyrants in suits.